that you are going to be denied for a loan mod. One of the things that we do is we work with you in order to give you the best odds of getting your loan mod approved, even though you have overwhelming odds against you, no matter who helps you. Okay? Then here's the flyer. This is your Keep Your Home California flyer. You may have seen the commercials on TV. This is a nonprofit. This is money that actually came from that Department of Justice settlement. So they're giving the money away. There are 4 different programs. I don't know what your situation is, but there's an unemployment mortgage assistant, there's a mortgage reinstatement assistant, there's a principal reduction program, there's a transition assistant. Now I want you to know, I'm just talking to you now, that I'm looking at their body language. If I see them flinch or I can get them to engage, and now all of a sudden after I go on and they see that I'm not selling it, I'm just giving. I'm giving. I haven't asked them to do one thing, right? I'm just giving. Take this and look, here's why this is important, and then here's why this is important, and here's why this is important. I'm going one page at a time. When I see them flinch, I'm going to say, oh, have you applied for this already? And now at some point I want to start to engage them, okay? And I want to start, and the moment I have an opportunity, I said, listen, I don't know this is where I usually get them right here. I don't know what you're experiencing, but this is the program this is the hidden program that nobody knows. That's why they're running ads. They can't give all their money away because people aren't taking advantage of it. The problem is it takes 45 to 60 days to get approved, and your foreclosure is coming. So we need to stop your sale so you can apply for these programs. So I can better understand what's happening with you and help you recommend the program to help save your house. Can you tell me, what did the bank do to you?
No.
So at some point, I want to work that question, but when there's a body language opening, you know what I mean? So when they're shut down, so by giving them the information, I'm watching. And at some point, I see them kind of lean in, or they may ask a question all of a sudden. And if they're still not, I'm say, are you aware of this program? And then it doesn't matter what they did. They say no. I said, that's why they're still giving this money. Nobody's aware of this program. Okay, and if they say yes, great, did you apply? What happened? So when I get to this flyer, I can generally begin to have a conversation with them. And that's where I get to ask. So I'm not sure which of these programs can work for you. Tell me, what did the bank do to you? What's your situation? What happened? Are you able to resume making your mortgage? And now and then the door starts to open a little more. Okay? Here's the mass joinder lawsuit. Okay? Here's we don't have time to go into it. And then this is my ebook, which I don't leave them up front. All right? So you see what's in the package, 60 minutes?
Something like that.
All right, so they're saying that I got to go. So we explain, what did the bank do to you? And let me just say this, for you, the conversion, the number one the objective of the meeting is not to sell them anything. The objective of the meeting, you just want to last 90 seconds, okay? The objective of the first meeting is to schedule the next meeting. That's it. That's the only objective of the first meeting, is to get a second meeting. Does that make sense to you? Yes. And as long as I'm not selling, so how do I get the second meeting? Here's my weekly lender questionnaire to verify loan modification status. So I leave this with them. So the weekly loan modification, so I want to go inside and I want to call the bank. So this is, when I go inside to call the bank, I have my date, the time, and the bank representative. And here's the questions. What is my foreclosure date? Am I in active loan mod review? And if they are in loan mod review, it should be postponed. Do you have everything you have to make a decision on my application? What income are you using to calculate? What expenses are you using? All this stuff will become evident why we ask that when we get into the loan mod training, okay? And how we calculate loan mod payments and that kind of thing. And so the idea of this is to either go in and call with them and then teach them how to make those calls weekly. But what you're training them to do, what you're coaching them to do, is to call the bank every week, ask these questions, and then give you a report so you can coach them further. Can you see how that, if you can get them doing that for 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row, calling the bank and giving you an update and you coach them what to do next, can you see how that trusted relationship might be formed? And so when they finally, so remember what I said, when they finally go through it and within 30 days or so they get declined for the loan mod, who do they call? Oh, I got my update. They turned down my loan mod and I got a foreclosure. And so now what? They may be crying, they may be screaming, they may be angry, and you're always calm and say, you know what, I'm really sorry to hear about that. Let me put some stuff together and let's meet. Let's talk about your different options. Let's figure out how we can work this out for you. Okay? And then we talk about, and we go back to the alternatives of foreclosure. These are all part of the flyers that we give them. This 5-page ebook, when I'm giving it to, so I'm doing two things. Let's say they don't want me to come in. They're going to call. I said, listen, so I give them the form. I said, here, go in and call the form. I coach them how to call the form. I said, will you call them, and I'll give you this form if you'll call yourself. But the only thing that I ask is that I want you, will you agree that if you call them, will you call me and let me know what they said? Tell me what the answers are so I can help you.
That's good.
Okay. Now I give them home. I said, you know what? I got a couple of things that I should have brought. And then I might bring them to how to negotiate your own loan mod. And then I've got these Keep Your Home California flyers we made. These are multi-page. I don't put them in my package. Okay. I keep them in my car in a folder. These are multi-page. So I kind of get, through my conversation, I kind of get a sense of which of those programs. So I make a deal with them. I said, you call the bank. I'm going to get you my How to Negotiate Your Own Loan Mod book. I call it a book, not an ebook, so it makes it. So I got a book I should have brought you, How to Negotiate Your Own Loan Mod. It really will be helpful. You call the bank, get that information. I'm also going to get some information on the Keep Your Home California program so that you can begin to apply for that, assuming we can stop your sale, see if we can get you some assistance for that. Why don't we meet? You call the bank. We'll meet back here tomorrow at the same time. Is that okay? And we'll compare notes and figure out where to go from there. See how you do that? So on my first meeting, all I'm doing, so I want to give, no matter what, I leave something behind, and I don't want to email it. I don't want to fax it. I don't want to mail it. I said, I'm going to get this stuff. You get this stuff. I give them something to do. I take something to do. And now it's we, not you, not I, we against the bank. And we are going to meet again tomorrow and talk about your options and figure out where to go from there. Let's find out where we are, and then then I'll make sure you understand your strategies, and we'll go to the next step. All right, what do you guys think about that?
Great.
All right? All right, so here's the first 90 seconds to remember. Listen, I can't do all this in 2 hours, okay? I want to. I want to. Can you tell I want to? I want to just give it all to you, but we can't do it. So this is why we do coaching. This is why we do weekly coaching calls. This is why we do one-on-one mentoring. This is why we have all that stuff, because I just can't give it to you. And some of you are slow learners, and some of you are fast forgetters, and some of you are both. So we have to do it again. So I'm both. All right. So remember, the salient points are: why are you at the front door? Be prepared to discuss their loan mod. Be an advocate. Let me just say this: if you show up with dollar signs in your eyes, you are never going to be successful with this program. You've got to show up with service and love in your heart. I don't know any other way to say it. Does that make me sound wimpy? I should have wore a pink shirt. All right? I'm kidding. I was just laughing at Lee when he walked in. So I'm not laughing at him because I wear pink shirts. So the bottom line is that you want to show up with love and service in your heart. You really want to be an advocate. And the one thing that you never ever do is you never ever offer to buy or sell their house unless they ask you, can you help me sell my house? Okay? If they don't bring it up, you don't bring it up. You focus on what they want. Here's the secret to advocate marketing. Meet them where they are. If they want a loan mod, you're their loan. They want to sell, you want to sell. They want to buy more time, you want to buy more time. Whatever, they just need it, then be their research assistant. Whatever it is they need, you meet them there. And that's how you earn the second meeting. Don't try to steer them towards your agenda. Okay? Help them with their agenda and then educate them along the way. Here's the other thing. The tone of your conversation. The tone of your conversation is critical. The tone is the same way you speak with them just like you would speak your sister, your mother, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, your nephew. In other words, you speak to them with love and kindness in your voice, but you give them good, solid, straight talk. So if they were on some sort of illusion that they're going to get a loan mod, you need to say, hey, you're not going to get a loan mod. Let me tell you the reality of the situation. Here's what your options are. Now, we should apply for a loan mod, but here's what you're likely going to hear back, and here's what you're likely going to hear back, and here's why you're going to hear that. I said, I'm not saying that you shouldn't apply. We should apply. Okay, I've been wrong before. I'm going to do everything I can in order to help you get it. But you need to start thinking about transitioning out of this house. And if you're going to lose your house, let's figure out how we can buy you more time, and so we can help you get transitioned to something that's going to be better for you. So we can have, so you can, if you're going to lose the house, let's lose it. I want you to have some control over the timing, and I want to help you move with money in the bank versus losing your house with no money in the bank. Okay? But let's focus on what you want right now. All right? So here's the big questions. How many of you can see yourself doing this? Let me see, show of hands. Come on. All right? And if you did this, would you get in front of homeowners? Yeah. How many of you are doing this and getting in front of homeowners now? All right. So here's how we do it. All right? So it's part of the package. So I put a package together. Of course I did. All right? So this is the Advocate Marketing System. So inside the Advocate Marketing System is that you've got everything. First of all, you got a CD of everything that's editable in here, okay, including the creating and distributing labels, the marketing tools, and all the resources. Then you've got the 10 steps to success. You got the vendor resources. You got the call center script. You got the labels. You got the introduction. We're not in the same order. Then you got the flyers, the homeowner assistance scan flyer, the truth about loan mod flyers, the Ask the Banker flyer, the how to negotiate your own loan mod flyer, the California Homeowners Bill of Rights, the California BRE alert, the State Bar of California alert, the Keep Your Home California docs, the individual programs for Keep Your Home California for the 4 different programs that you have, the Mass Joinder lawsuit flyer. In other words, you can overcome any objection, okay, at the door with one of these flyers. Can you see that? Okay, whatever their concern. See, we show up the door prepared to go in any direction they want to go. So whatever they want to talk about, we're ready. The alternatives to foreclosure. So you use this in the process of elimination to lead them to where they're actually selling the house. Then the weekly lender questionnaire. This is probably the most powerful thing that I've ever delivered for converting at the door. Okay, this one thing right here is getting them to do that. You were so skinny, Diana. All right? So all consume, then they're all editable. So every single one of them can be editable with your name and your logo on them so that you can have your calling card at the bottom of every one of these pages. And then you wanted a shirt? I'm even throwing in a shirt. All right? And I've got a bunch of them. I wear them almost every day. They're very comfortable, and they make me look good. All right?
Yeah.
So whatever your size is, you fill one of these out and send it in, and we'll get you a free shirt as well. And then what I did is I created a 21-step email follow-up program based on a book that I did not write, but I edited, called Defeat Foreclosure. So there's a 21-step drip marketing campaign. So you can set it up, and you can send out a chapter every day, every week, every month, whatever frequency you want to send it, that covers all the different steps to avoiding foreclosure. Then we have the message here for the decline packages, and then we have the mentoring program. So the mentoring program is that what we found is we need about 4 group mentoring. They last from 1 to 2 hours, depending on the questions and the interaction and that kind of thing. How many of you have been on? How many of you that are in? How many are in one of my groups right now? All right. Do you find the coaching sessions helpful? Just an absolutely? No more enthusiasm than that? All right. I'm kidding. Then I'm going to do 2 one-on-ones with it, but the truth is I do all the one. I don't even keep track of them. If you need help with a deal, you need help on a situation, you all have figured out now, just call me and I'll talk to you. I give you unlimited transaction-related consultations whatsoever, and I give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you get into this program, you can't get face-to-face, you don't find value in the program, you just let me know. I've done, I don't even know how many, 85 people through this program. We've given 1 refund, and that person got a refund. Said they got face to face. The guarantee was you get face to face, and they said, "Oh, I got face to face, but we just don't want to do it." Da, da, da. I gave them the money. Whatever. I really.
I warned you.
Okay. Patience. Okay. There you go. Whew. that animation. I'm not leaving without showing it to you.